name is Mary Margaret Diotis. I'm the President and CEO of the National Environmental Education Foundation, or NEEF. Along with our federal, state, and nonprofit partners, I'd like to welcome you to the 28th Annual National Public Lands Day. Today, we are in Rock Creek Park in Washington, D.C., the third oldest national park in the United States and the site of countless National Public Lands Day volunteer events. We must also acknowledge that this is the ancestral land of the Piscataway and Nacotchtank people who have cared for its natural beauty throughout the generations. Since 1994, NEEF has coordinated National Public Lands Day, engaging hundreds of thousands of volunteers all across the U.S. to help us restore and improve our nation's public lands. Now, with the COVID-19 pandemic continuing to impact our lives, many of us are unable to safely gather as we once did. And yet it is more important than ever that we continue to support our public lands in any way that we can. Last year, we visited our nation's public lands in record numbers. Think back over the last 18 months. How often did you turn to the outdoors for exercise, or to spend time with family and friends, or just to relieve stress and anxiety, if only for a moment? National Public Lands Day is a golden opportunity to give back to those outdoor spaces that helped us during such uncertain times. So thank you for being a part of National Public Lands Day. Your time, care, and effort help keep our public lands clean, accessible, and welcoming for everyone. In a single day, NPLD volunteers contribute nearly $16 million worth of work. That's a significant impact, but it isn't the only way that NPLD impacts us. Along with conserving our shared spaces, working together on NPLD deepens our sense of community, creates partnerships that make us stronger, and educates the old and young about the importance and value of nature.
Hello, my name is Felipe Benitez. I'm Executive Director of Corazón Latino. We are an organization that seeks to reconnect Latino communities with nature. So our experience with National Public Lands Day, we've been part of the movement for at least 5 years. And what we've tried to do over this couple of times has been creating opportunities for Spanish-speaking communities to reconnect with nature. How do we do this? Through organizing events that are culturally and linguistically relevant to these audiences. So the benefits that Latino communities or Spanish-speaking communities get from this type of program is simple. Public lands belong to all of us. They are part of our nation, and we are part of this nation too. So we want to make sure that everybody has access to green spaces, to the wonders of nature, to the benefits of our natural resources, whether it's a park, whether it's a national forest, or even the little arbolito, the little tree outside your home. We want to have everybody have equal access to nature. So one of the most memorable National Public Lands Day for us was definitely 2020 during the pandemic, where we couldn't safely organize events in person. We couldn't bring people together. We couldn't bring communities together. So we did it through digital means. So in great coordination and with NEEF and with the support of Toyota, we organized a national road trip of forests, of parks, of public lands, in which we had bands, musical acts representative of that area perform a song or 2 songs maybe. And we made this a celebration of culture, a celebration of nature, and a way to reconnect the people, everybody who was watching with nature from their computer, from their cell phone. And that for us was very interesting, very innovative, but also very fulfilling. So we want everybody to participate in National Public Lands Day because it's the perfect way to honor our Madre Tierra, our Mother Earth.
Hi, I'm Tony Richardson, Director of Public Lands Engagement at NEEF. Since the first National Public Lands Day, or NPLD, in September of 1994, NEEF has connected people to public lands in their communities. We work to inspire a sense of environmental stewardship and encourage the use of public lands for education, recreation, and overall physical and mental health. It all started with 1 federal agency, 2 public land sites, and 700 volunteers. 27 years later, NPLD has grown to include hundreds of thousands of volunteers at sites in all 50 states and U.S. territories. The value of National Public Lands Day cannot be overstated. In the past decade alone, over 1 million volunteers have donated almost 5 million hours of their time for public lands, worth an estimated $133 million. The volunteer work is crucial to helping land managers preserve these natural resources for future generations to enjoy. But it's not just about money. National Public Lands Day also helps contribute to biodiversity of key habitats across the country. Many events focus on removing harmful invasive species along trails, rivers, and lakes and replacing them with native species, creating a rejuvenated and ecologically sustainable environment. In 2008, one NPLD event aimed to plant 1 million trees in honor of the 75th anniversary of the Civilian Conservation Corps. Not only did volunteers exceed this goal by planting more than 1.6 million trees, they also honored the legacy of the Civilian Conservation Corps and the legendary Tree Army that worked to preserve and protect America's natural heritage after the First World War. Whether you're planting trees, clearing trails, or watching a park ranger demonstration, volunteers like you are essential to maintaining our public lands.
Hi, Scott Tugger, Superintendent of Sleeping Bear Dunes National Lakeshore here in beautiful northern Michigan. You know, the importance of National Public Lands Day over my Park Service career, which spans about 25 years, I've seen dozens of National Public Lands Day opportunities for really the local community to give back. And usually they're given back in an area that they normally play and recreate. And so the importance of Public Lands Day is an opportunity for the local community and groups to come together to do a little something special that sets the foundation for years to come. National Public Lands Day stands out against other volunteer projects, really because it is a targeted experience. Not only is a local group able to volunteer with their friends and family, they're actually able to get out and experience their national park or their public lands with other users that are just like them. And that opportunity creates new friendships and new bonds. And it also allows the public land manager, like myself here at Sleeping Bear Dunes, the opportunity to maybe tackle a project that is on the priority list, but maybe not at the top of the priority list. With lots of hands and lots of energy, we can do a lot of work in a short day. The volunteer work done on National Public Lands Day helps a park or a land manager accomplish, probably a long-term goal in a very short term of time. It might be a trail that would take weeks for one or two trail workers to brush and clear. That can be done in one afternoon. For Sleeping Bear, we have 75 miles of beach, 35 on the mainland and 35 on the islands. We can put volunteers like this year out on those beaches, and we can hit 35 miles of beach cleanup in one day, which would take us the entire summer with staff. 2 years ago, we finished a new trail system in the park, the Kettles Trail, that brought visitors to a unique geologic feature. And Public Lands Day brought dozens of volunteers to finish the accessible portion of that trail, leading visitors to an overlook of glacial kettles. That wouldn't have been able to be done without local interest and local volunteers giving back, and we did it in one afternoon.
I'm Jeannie Braha, Executive Director of Rock Creek Conservancy, protectors of this beautiful parkland and its waterways for over 15 years. The work to keep our public spaces clean, accessible, and enjoyable for everyone never ends. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, forcing many land management agencies to do more with less. Every year, National Public Lands Day provides an opportunity for all of us, friends groups, volunteers, local businesses, and state and federal agencies to come together and help maintain and improve the parks, forests, and waterways we all treasure. NPLD also helps us chip away at the enormous maintenance backlog across our public lands, which totaled more than $19 billion in 2019. National Public Lands Day is all about partnerships. We all bring something unique to an NPLD event: passion, resources, volunteers, knowledge. This collaboration amplifies the impacts of our work and lets everyone share in its benefits. When we dedicate our time to improving public lands, we are stronger together.
NPLD is one of those great days where Toyota's team members go out and enjoy nature. And not only enjoy nature, but make improvements and contribute to the community in which they live and add value to the habitat. And that really enhances what they believe in and why they're out there and why they're doing what they're doing. It's about education. It's about taking the time and delivering, snippets of great information, but also how they can better form in the environment in that community where we work and play, which provides just an incredible satisfaction over time. And we've done this for so many years, and it's one of the largest events for Toyota volunteers. The 20-year partnership we've had with NEEF has been an incredible journey. We've learned so much from each other over that time, so it's really exciting that I can see another 20 years in this partnership, and who knows where that's finally going to take us at the end of the day. Thanks for being here, stay safe, and have a great day.
Hi, I'm Janae Turner, Senior Director of Human Resources and Diversity at NEEF. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us that education doesn't just take place in the classroom. Whether you're close to home or out on the trail, the natural environment has so much to teach us. The value of hard work and perseverance, the connections we make when coming together as a community, the satisfaction that comes from making a difference for the environment. Events like National Public Lands Day underscore the important role environmental education plays in instilling a sense of community and purpose in our children. Through environmental education, children become aware of the natural environment and their place within it. By participating in virtual and in-person volunteering events, they can observe the ways that ecosystems work together, as well as the threats they face. This helps young people better identify cause and effect relationships, understand the implications of their actions, and inspire them to take action to improve their local environment. When communities come together, we can achieve great things. Whether it's citizen scientists advancing critical research or a neighborhood pitching in to build a community garden, NPLD provides a space for people from all walks of life to join forces for a greater cause, and hopefully learn more about themselves and each other in the process.
Hello, my name is Tennille Bustum. I am the Director of Conservation Education in the Forest Service for the Department of Agriculture, and I'm also the Acting Director of Gray Towers National Historic Site, which where I'm located today. And my experience with National Public Lands Day is as a host. So I think National Public Lands Day is a great opportunity for environmental education because environmental education can be formal and it can be informal, right? And National Public Lands Day provides that opportunity for that informal learning and informal education. So it provides that opportunity for a pop-up experience, some multi-directional dialogue, the opportunity to ask questions, that opportunity to have an experience. You're in nature, you're there, in the environment, having that experience. So it's very experiential, and environmental education can do all that through National Public Lands Day. So when people come out on the land, they get curious, they ask questions. They ask, what is this bug that keeps landing on my hand? What is that bird that is singing that song? Or what is this track that some animal left? And that provides that pop-up opportunity to talk about these particular species or these particular events, and then connect them to the greater complexity of the system and to provide that learning. So it's really important to have that environmental education opportunity as part of National Public Lands Day. And then the hope is that, once people do that learning and they get that growing in terms of what their awareness is raised when it comes to environmental awareness and environmental literacy, then they might share that experience, with their friends and their family. I was at Gray Towers here a few weeks ago, and I was on a tour, and we saw a mama bear and 4 cubs. And the person that was providing the tour with me immediately used that opportunity to provide interpretation and education about the bear, the species, the habitat. And I went home and told my friends and family about that. And the goal is that our visitors at National Public Lands Day will do that, and they will return to the site. They'll come back to the forest, and they'll come back, in this case, to Gray Towers. EE, environmental education at National Public Lands Day, is so important. It's the most important thing that we do in the Forest Service, because we are training the next future, right? We're training the next future citizen scientists, the citizen stewards, the next people like me that will wear the uniform and be, public land servants, and then also others in green careers. So the work that we do to educate and provide these first informal opportunities and experiences are extremely important for our future.
For close to 3 decades, National Public Lands Day has played a key role in preserving America's public lands for future generations. But none of this would be possible without the support we've received along the way. On behalf of everyone at NEEF, we'd like to thank our federal, state, and nonprofit partners for coordinating thousands of volunteer events all over the country, all on the same day. We'd like to thank our national sponsor, Toyota Motor North America, for helping us keep NPLD going all these years. And most importantly, we'd like to thank you, the site managers whose dedication and hard work make NPLD events happen each year, and the volunteers who bring their passion and give freely of their time and energy to protect and maintain our public lands. Whether you're out fixing trails, cleaning up a park, building a pollinator garden, or watching a virtual ranger tour from the comfort of your own home, the work you do today will leave the world a better place than before. Have a wonderful National Public Lands Day, and we hope to see you again next year.